Hello, everyone. There will be 3 presentations in this symposium. The presenters are Dr. Mantak Yuen and Dr. Yong and Dr. Serene Chen. I will present on the topic of life satisfaction of gifted adolescents. I need to first acknowledge the honor to be invited by the organizing committee to present in this invited symposium. We are particularly grateful for the Hong Kong Academy for Gifted Education and the University of Hong Kong Center for Advancements in Inclusive Special Education and Hong Kong Research Grant Council for the support of these projects. The researchers involved in this projects are Dr. Jess Darton from the Education University of Hong Kong and Dr. Fong Le from the National University of Singapore and Dr. Eric Fong from the Hong Kong Adaptability of Gifted Education and Dr. Jia Hongjiang from the Sun Yat-sen University, Guangzhou, and Dr. Serene Chen and Dr. Florence Wu from the University of Hong Kong. Life satisfaction is a social cognitive construct referring to one's overall perception of quality of life. It is a key part of subjective well-being, as suggested by Ed Diane. Researchers has found that demographics, family factors, and self-appraisal and social environmental factors influence the life satisfaction of adults and youth. For children and adolescents, their life satisfaction is very much concurrently shaped by life skill, coping competence, professionalism, resilience, academic outcomes, and psychological adjustments. For the gifted student, researcher has suggested gifted students have more resources, high achieving, therefore happier, more satisfied with their lives. However, in the Asian culture, cognitive culture, researcher has found that perfectionism is very much associated with psychological stress, and the gifted students are very much under intensive academic pressure as a result of high expectation of parents and teachers on them. This could seriously erode their life satisfaction. However, research in Korea found that when they compare gifted student and regular student, there are no significant difference in the overall psychological well-being. And the gifted student only report higher level of school satisfaction than their counterparts. In the first study, we would like to examine the psychological property of the brief multi-dimensional students' life satisfaction scale, BMS-LSS. We have informants from the Hong Kong Academy of Gifted Education and also students from seven secondary schools. The instrument we use is the BMS-LSS developed by Scott Hilbert. And we have the Chinese translation used by E 2014. When we look at the Hong Kong sample, we found that the gifted student compared with the regular student their highest score of satisfaction in all the 6 items. And when we look at this mean scores of this 6 items, the lowest score is in item 4, self. The highest score is in friendship. So all of these 5 aspects, family life, friendship, and schools experience, and living environment and self could be very much associated, but they all contribute to the unified conception of life satisfaction. Our result suggested that there is good high internal consistency in using this scale among the Chinese gifted students and average ability students. This scale is a one-factor solution, and there is very similar structure among the gifted student and the average student. So we can finally say that this instrument is useful, is equitable, and have measurement equivalencies among the gifted and the high ability student. Now we use this scale to further explore the relationship among students' perseverance of effort, adaptability to situation, and career self-efficacy, and their life satisfaction. Grit, as defined by Angela Duckworth, is one's individual's tendency to stay compassionate and persistent in pursuing temporarily remote ambitions in life. It consists of 2 dimensions, the consistency in interest and perseverance of effort. Determination to attain, to accomplish goal, even when facing goal-related adversity. However, in samples of cognitive culture society in Asia, we found the consistency of interest subscale has poor reliability, and also the subscale score does not seem to have significant links with optimal psychological outcome, both in Philippine sample and Hong Kong sample. Jess Statham has proposed an alternative model of grit. In addition to the 2-dimension model, he added a new dimension, adaptability to situation. The adaptability encompasses of an individual's capacity to modify and calibrate goal-related pathway or interests to achieve high-level long-term ambitions. Evidence has shown perseverance and adaptability has been linked to higher well-being, self-efficacy, and engagement in maths and science. In this study, we adapt the framework of social cognitive theory of work satisfaction developed by Robert Lang and Brandt, and we conceptualize that grit may relate to higher career development, self-efficacy, and student life satisfaction. We propose that grit may be related to career-related beliefs and well-being in exceptional gifted students. The research question is, do grit dimension, perseverance, effort, and adaptability to situation can predict students' life satisfaction? And does career development self-efficacy mediate the link of grit dimension to life satisfaction? We have a sample of gifted students from Hong Kong Academy of Gifted Education participate in this study. they are nominated or self-nominated and go through an online profile screening process. And the assessment criteria is very much based on Sully's dimension of giftedness, such as above average ability, creativity, and task commitment. In measuring grit, we use the triadic model of grit scale, the perseverance, effort, and ability to situation subscales. In measurement of career development self-efficacy, we use the career development self-efficacy inventories. 3 subscales: career exploration, career goal setting, and training selection. And to measure life satisfaction, we use the 3 multidimensional students' life satisfaction scales. The results of model testing found that perseverance does not seem to have a direct impact on career development self-efficacy. And adaptability doesn't seem to have an impact on the life self-satisfaction. All others links have an important, significant correlation. So what we could say is that perseverance is linked to higher level of life satisfaction. However, adaptability was indirectly linked to life satisfaction, while career development self-efficacy in gifted high school students in Hong Kong. And the adaptability may be particularly relevant for gifted students because it overlaps with the field dimension of visibility, openness to experience of the creativity domain of the free range model of giftedness. Practical strategy, we will suggest that we need to, in schools, to develop the social emotive learning programs for all students, including the gifted students, including students with special needs, so that they could cope with academic and non-academic challenge. And also develop practical, feasible strategy, pathway, and goals so that they could achieve in their school life, and then in particular for the career development programs, career professional and school administrator need to provide the resources and opportunity for students to develop the confidence in career exploration, training, selection, and career goal setting. In particular, the data suggests gifted students, when they are more confident in career development, they are more likely to be satisfied with their life and in their well-being. Thank you for your attention. All questions are welcome. The next presentation is on career development of gifted students in the Asian context by Dr. J. Yuen.